As the fall approaches, for a lot of people, the cost of college may be too high. The average tuition to live on campus at a public college is a little over $26,000 a year. That's more than $108,000 for a four-year degree. For a private school, it's almost double that.
Wow, and it's never too early to really start saving, right? Or looking into scholarships, which is what the NYC Kids Rise Program is all about. Here to tell us more is the executive director of NYC Kids Rise, Deborah Ellen Glickstein, and a Queens Middle School parent, Nadia Landy. So good morning to both of you. Thank you for being here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Gosh, I have a one-year-old who I was told start saving now for college,
Absolutely.
and so that account has already been opened. So Deborah Ellen, let me begin with you, right? Because this college program really began as a pilot program, but it's been so successful, and it's really so instrumental for so many parents. How does it work?
Yes, so about 6 years ago, we launched the Save for College program in Queens, in the communities of Long Island City, Astoria, Woodside, Sunnyside, Jackson Heights, East Elmhurst, and Corona, thanks to the Gray Foundation and the support of the city. Every kindergarten got an initial $100 and had the opportunity to earn an additional $200 in rewards. And then the community can come together to add additional money. So I'm so proud to tell you that across the city now that it is now citywide, more than 145,000 students have scholarship accounts. And so what it means to go to public school in New York City is that you have something for your future education.
So every kid gets how much money?
You get $100 to start, and your family has to do nothing. You get $100, and then families can earn an additional $200. And then the community and other institutions can come together to add more money.
So is it correct that the first pilot program graduated just recently?
It is correct.
And so how much money did they have?
So in that community, in the community of where we started the pilot program, there is more than $1.2 million just in the NYC scholarship accounts for around 3,000 kids.
So, so Nadia, your daughter, Zyla, is one of those students, right? She'll be going to college in about 6 years, which means you'd have to come up with, like we said, more than $110,000. How instrumental was this for you to parlay this into really a financial opportunity?
Well, it was very, when I first heard about this program, I was like, definitely sign her up because I didn't know, like, I experienced that hardship of getting to college, figuring out how I'm going to fund it. So what happens is I just sign her up, and they put in $100 in her account. And I also try to figure out ways of adding onto another account, which is a 529 account, and added more money onto that, and they also double that. They contributed to that fund.
Right, that was going to be my question for you, Deborah Ellen, right? So many parents hear about the 529. For those who don't know, that's the account specifically used for college education that so many set up, right? How do they work in tandem with each other?
Great. So what's so special about this is you both have the NYC scholarship account, which is where the initial money goes, the $100, and the rewards that are earned, including the savings match that Nadia talked about.
What does that mean?
That means that for the first $100 saved, we will match you up to that $100.
Oh,
That's in addition, and then families can open up their own account, either a New York 529 or an amalgamated bank account. They link it and they can see that together.
I see, okay.
I want to make sure I'm getting the math right. So it starts with $100, and then parents can put in another 100, and then you'll match again. So they'll have $300 in their account.
They can, they can earn additional rewards. And so if this is like the capital stack, money will grow over time. It's what a family puts in, it's what NYC Kids Rise puts in, and then it is what the community can add on to that.
And then as a parent, can you watch that money? Do you have access to the account?
Yes,
how do you see it grow?
Yes, I have the account. I have access to it. I even showed my daughter the account so she can see it as well. And it grows, right now I have probably like, with just the NYC Kids Rise, it's over 1,000. And what I add on is like an extra 2,000 on there.
And it's not just a savings account, is it an investment account?
It's an investment.
So who's investing the money?
So the money is, we work with the New York Comptroller. It's in the New York 529. So we partner with them. I think an important thing to mention here is, yes, college is expensive, higher education is expensive, but what we are doing with, with families across this city and with so many other partners in the community is we are showing what is possible for their future.
Yeah, and so might people look at this and say, okay, well, $100, isn't that much money, right? So how much can you accrue over the years? Is there a cap?
No, there is no cap, and that is the beauty of this, is that, again, we have examples where the Astoria Houses Resident Association worked with Nadia to raise another $1,000 for every child in Astoria houses. We're working with a Copel Auto Group in Jackson Heights. For every car that they sell, they're going to do $20 into a account of kids who go to a local school. So this is about community institutions in New York City coming together to figure out how can we demonstrate what's possible.
So
for
the
our kids.
$100 goes in first from the city, and
Yeah.
then there's the local, just so I'm just trying to button everything up.
Yeah.
The local organizations, they raise money, and then that gets distributed to the kids in that specific community, and every community is really reliant on their own
Yeah.
organizations to do so.
And other different, and their own money, and
Okay.
and there's all those
Yep.
pieces.
And if the kids don't do higher education, do they still have access to that money?
That is for higher education expenses, could be vocational school and otherwise.
Okay. great.
Excellent. Thank you both for coming on to explain that, because you know it is a daunting task to save mony for college. Yes, I am starting it now early, right? Appreciate you both being here to explain
Thank you
this.
so
Thank much. you.
What's
Thank
your
you.
daughter when she goes to college? 6 years, it's going to fly. It seems like.
It is. It is.
Oh my gosh.